Okay, hello and welcome back. Okay, the microphone is working, so here we go. Okay, so we are back in retail WoW. I'm hoping to finish the main storyline of the War Within, or at least do enough to be able to recruit the Earthen as an allied race. So before I actually jump into the game, I want to show you what I mean. I'm not actually going to create a character, but this is the character creation screen, and these are the races that are part of the Alliance: human, dwarf, night elf, gnome. These are the original races, and then Draenei were added with Burning Crusade, Worgen with Cataclysm, Pandaren with Mist of Pandaria, and then same with Legion. We were able to recruit other races. So Void Elves and Lightforged Draenei were both available with Legion. They're basically just Void Elves is a way for Alliance players to be able to play Blood Elves, and Lightforged Draenei, it's just another version of Draenei. And then Dark Iron Dwarves, Moira, Thorusin, she married the leader of the Dark Iron, so now we can actually play a Dark Iron. 1 second. And then Earthen will eventually be available, but you notice that it's darkened, so. And then Kultiran were introduced with Battle for Azeroth, as were Mecha Gnomes, which is basically cyborg gnomes. Then Horde side we have, of course, Orcs, Forsaken, Tauren, and Trolls. They were the original races, and then Blood Elves added with Grand Crusade, Goblins with Cataclysm. Pandaren, you notice, can be Horde or Alliance, and that becomes available. You do the entire starting zone as a baby Pandaren, and then at the end of the starting zone you choose whether you go with the Horde or Alliance. Then Nightborn are basically the Horde version of Night Elves. And then High Mountain Tauren. So these three were actually introduced with Legion. So then Magar Orcs are basically they're basically a result of tampering with time in Warlords of Draenor. And then Zandalai Trolls and Volterra are introduced in Battle for Azeroth. And then you notice you have Draxir here and here. They're introduced with Dragonflight, and originally they could only be Evoker, but with the War Within, you can be one of the different classes. And I actually have 2 Draxir that I've created, and I'm very tempted to change one of them. So, of course, these are all the female versions, so you notice over here with Draxir, they actually have a female version. Are you going to change your mind? Do you want out already? My cat. But if you go with male, then it's a male blood elf. So Draxir will either be, their visage will either be a female human or a male blood elf. And I think their dragon form is slightly different, but it's mainly their visage that changes. 1 second, my cat's being a pest. There's nothing in there for you. Okay, so here we go. He's messing with my laundry hamper. Okay, so last time we played the War Within, we found out that the previous queen of the Nerubians isn't dead like we thought. She's basically being held captive and helping to create the Nerubians as slaves. I didn't quite figure out what they were doing with her, but the point is that it's a mess. And I ended up going a little longer than I normally do because it was in the middle of the quest line and I didn't want to stop just yet. So, okay. So, it's a new month. So, update to the trading post. Which is not here. It's over. Specified master. Trading post is over. Nope, wrong button. Here we go. Trading post. Here we go. So there's new goodies at the trading post, and we get more coins. So let's see what's up for offer today.
It's a fine day for trade.
Dark Moon Charger. Ooh. Violet Dark Moon Charger. Interesting. Interesting. Topsy-turvy clowns die. Topsy-turvy jesters die. So it looks like this is all Dark Moon Fair goodies. Double-bladed blooming garden trowel. Right. That is not plum, that's blue. This is from the Noble Garden, which is their holiday that they do around Easter. Now that is an axe. What? I'm really only interested in the mounts, but I'm not sure.
Come back again.
So here's the snail, and here's the Violet Dark Moon Charger, and the other one is just basically a green version of the Dark Moon Charger. Okay. So we are Mysterious Signal. That's the one we're focusing on. So the interesting thing, I was looking at the cast list for The War Within just for the heck of it, and the guy who does the voice of Terralion also does the voice of one of the goblins. And I know he can do those kinds of voices because he's done that for Critical Role. It's just weird to think that he does one of the goblin voices. And I have seen other players with these mounts, so I'm hoping we get to, we can get those ourselves.
Danger lurks.
Okay, here we go. Mysterious Signal. It only took me not quite 13 minutes to get around to actually questing. High Speaker Brintha has sent an urgent missive for you, Jasana. She is eager to assist in the coming war effort, and is investigating a mysterious signal on the Deep Forge Golem Works, a defunct golem manufacturing facility in the Ringing Deeps. Can you meet her there and provide your expertise? Meet Brintha at the Deep Forge Golem Works in the Ringing Deeps.
War golems would help even the odds against the Nerubians. Help Brint secure them, champion.
I have had to fight golems. I get it. Okay, down we go. So I have been going through the content again as Sevalith, my Blood Elf Paladin, just because. And it's interesting actually the hints at foreshadowing that you pick up the second time through. And I've noticed that with FF14, but you get that with World of Warcraft too. Like we were talking about, we were helping with the Storm Riders, and the one guy, he was talking about how he had an argument with Baelgrim about the their mounts. I'm blanking on the names. And I did that, the part of the quest where he sacrifices himself to ensure the Nerubians can't do shit or whatever. And he tells Shavendra, one last flight and then you're free. And after doing that quest last stream, that comment makes sense now. And I'm just like, my heart! So there was foreshadowing, it just, yeah, a bit of a slight. It just didn't register.
We've got another incursion, and we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
Okay.
We've got another incursion,
Yes, yes.
and we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
I'm so very glad for skywriting. This would have been forever. It's not for that. Okay, we're almost there.
Perfect timing. I'd like you to meet a friend of mine.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute! This is your friend! Oh my goodness!
You have my focus.
Justana, thank you for coming so quickly. I could use your help once again.
May your cause.
A small friend,
hold
big
true.
plans. I tracked down a distress signal that led me to this little maintenance machine. Curious find, but the real treasure is the defunct war golem facility to the southeast. If we can start producing war golems again, we'll be able to contribute to the war effort. Fortunately, it's been overrun by a goblin salvage group, and we'll need to investigate and assess if the facility is functional. Fortunately, I have a plan, and it involves a little friend here. How would you introduce yourself? Introduce yourself to the maintenance machine.
Task
Oh my goodness.
ZZ0147 is the last maintenance machine of the Deep Forge Golem Works. Say hello, ZZ.
So cute! ZZ0147 blurts a series of bleeps in ascending pitch and tips their form slightly as if in greeting. Hello, ZZ. I'm Justana. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh my goodness.
I speak for the machine.
Now that introductions are out of the way, let's sneak our way into this facility.
Conversation.
Factory review time. ZZ0147 should be able to make its way in there without drawing too much attention. But be careful. These goblins are hungry for raw materials. To spot our bot, they won't show up mercy. Employ ZZ0147 to scout the golem facility.
Back to work.
Okay, we'll need you to go in the golem works and help and take a look for it. Okay, where are we going? Okay, this way. Whee! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Here. Whee! Okay. Time is money, and your life.
That thing is huge. Our work's cut out for us.
Okay. Okay. Almost got caught.
The facility is unpowered, but that war golem in the corner looks intact.
Interesting.
We
Okay.
might be able to reactivate it if we can get some time in there uninterrupted.
Okay. Darkseid says no room for lollygaggers in our salvage crew. Okay, so he's not associated with any of the goblin group. Different goblin group entirely. Select the salvage or be the salvage. Your choice. Ooh.
We can't build golems without resources from Shadowvane. The site's mostly automated. It was abandoned centuries ago.
Whee. No. Okay, back we go. Good little bot. I hope we get him. Okay.
What is your query?
So we're continuing with the lack of power, materials, and a dangerous amount of goblins. If I had pores like an outlander, they'd be excreting moisture right about now. Is that proper terminology? I've seen your skin weep moisture before. Remarkable. Sweat. She's talking about sweat. Back to base. Getting this factory up and running will be a challenge, but I think we'll figure out something. Let's head back to Gundergaz and consult with a friend of ours. His mind will be a big help to us here. Meet Brintha back in Gundergaz.
I'm sure your name is in the archive.
Okay. Wait. No. Uh-oh. Come on, just a little further, just a little further. Don't give up on me yet. We can do it! We can do it! Okay, close enough. Do.
I have some ideas. Let's get started.
Yes, I hoped it would be him, Dagon. Dagon.
I attend to the
You
archive.
ready to put our heads together and come up with a plan?
Return if you
Plan
have
comes
more
together.
queries.
We have our work cut out for us, just on it, but I think with Dagran's help, we can break this down and tackle it piece by piece. Why don't you take us through what we've learned so far over the plan with Brintha and Dagran?
Are you ready for a summary of what we know? Time for a quick sit rep.
So there's a war golem left intact. If it reactivated, it could deal with that goblin in the big mech.
We'll need to get the waterworks operational to power the golem works. Unfortunately, some isolated kobolds are scavenging there. Keep an eye out. We can't build war golems without materials from Shadowvane. Zizi's arc welder should be able to repair the facility's equipment. Machines must
We need
be
to secure the
preserved.
waterworks and get the Shadowbane excavation site up and running before we head back to the factory. Let's get to work.
May your cause hold
Do the waterworks. Getting the waterworks up and running is our first objective. Nothing else we do matters if we can't get power to the facility. Meet up with Dagrin and ZZ-0147 once you get there, and try to keep them on the sidelines. I don't want to explain to Moira that her son was injured or worse under my care. Meet up with Dagrin and ZZ-0147 at the waterworks.
Conversation terminated.
Zizi and I will meet you at the Waterworks, champion.
Oh, God. Oh, I forgot she was still here.
Are you here to chat or work?
Just 'cause I can. Okie dokie. Okay. Alright, it's not far. Awesome.
We've got another incursion, and we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
More Titan tech. It wasn't built to last forever.
We've got
Sure can
another
close.
incursion, and we need some defenders.
I know we can fix this.
Did you find something?
This place is a mess. I think Zizi and I will stay up here where I stray.
Make sure to take notes.
Putting the works in waterworks. Overly enthusiastic kobolds, angry elementals, and a broken down power plant. This place is in shambles. Did you spot those large wheels on each side? They should be moving, but they're not. We'll need to get those moving again if we want this place to come back to life.
On to nothing a little hard work can't fix. We make a good team. You and me and Zizi.
ZZ-0147 twitches back and forth, sensors scanning unceasingly. They seem afraid of this area. They're even capable of feeling fear. Maybe clearing out some of the elementals will set them at ease. Defeat elemental. Okay. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Work. Or maybe. What the heck? Mineral deposit. Oh. Okay.
I need a target.
Ooh. I've been playing. Oh, I should mention that I did get Morgan Justana up to level 80, so I'll be able to start Cataclysm on her next week. And actually, I did the Black Temple on her with a group from my guild, and it was so much fun. I died a couple times because at first it was just 3 of us, and none of them, neither of the other two, one of the others was a rogue, the other was a druid tank, so not exactly geared for healing, but other members of the guild joined us, and it went much better after that. But that's half the fun of having a guild, is being able to do stuff with them. And I have honestly missed that. Okay. This way. So it was fun to do stuff with the guild, for once. Well, again. I have also gotten her skinning is basically up to Kata level already, even just from getting Northrend mobs. And I was able to trying to figure out good place to farm leather, Burning Crusade leather for her. And someone mentioned a lot of times dungeons will work for that. And so I asked if there was a dungeon in Burning Crusade that had a lot of skinnable mobs, and someone was like, "Oh, this one." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that one." I didn't actually finish that dungeon, but that wasn't the point of doing the dungeon. The point of doing the dungeon was to get leather, and I got enough that I was able to get her leather working up to Wrath of the Lich King. And my plan is to get that last bit of leather working skill up from doing Dark Moon Fair, which should be back next week. So she should be ready for Kata level leather working when I stream next week. Oh, I need to go up. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh. Oh, it's so nice not to have to worry about being too close to my enemies. That is one thing about Kata that I don't like. For the most part, I'm enjoying it. The stories are great, and I'm definitely looking forward to unlocking the zones. Because there's some really fun story beats that they hit. Rude. It has also been announced that the next chapter of Andromeda 6 should be released soon. The plan is they're hoping next month. Hoping. And I know that the next chapter of When Stars Collide should be available soon. The developer has been working on it. So I may be able to play those soon. I'm not making any guarantees when, but definitely hoping. Come on, die. There we go. Okay, over there. Ooh, looks like a shaman over there.
I need a target.
Rude.
I don't have a target.
inventory is full.
Okay, fine.
I have many, many wares. Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Okay. Do. Dang it. I had hoped to avoid aggroing them. Oh well.
I need a target.
No wonder the wheels weren't turning harder than whack.
The hydraulics.
The hydraulic system has been located on an obstruction within the plant. This isn't the main terrain. So, entered. Okay. Alright. You may not actually have to go in the delve again? Cool. No. Wow. This is why I'm not too fond of skywriting. It's useful, helpful, nice, have, but not as much fun. Okay. Great. You found your way here. Oh, no, didn't do that. That's changing. Drenched in poison, reducing maximum health. Okay. Observation. Experimental device could aid in fixing waterworks, but require a moderately irrational individual to test it. You must stop quickly. Too much poison in the air. Take these stomping shoes. Use them to reactivate broken air purifiers. We must remove all kobolds causing chaos in this place. Go. I'll take the stomping shoes and use them to fix the waterworks. There. Okay.
That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on to
Need a target.
Okay. I'm getting the hang of it now. I wonder if he heals my pets too.
Interrupt.
Hi James, yes, good writing is very important. It's always been important to me, but I'm pretty sure my standards of good writing are different from yours. Once I'm invested in a story, I want to know what happens next, even if it kind of tanks a little. That's why I'm still playing World of Warcraft when a lot of other players have left. I want to know what happens next in the story.
Interrupt.
That's one way to interrupt, right? And just dead them? Make them dead? Okay. This place is ours now. I didn't expect me to do another dough, but okay. I'm fine with that. I think I remember seeing Bran actually talking to machine speakers about the this location. Oh, that's the exit. Okay. That's what that arrow's for. Alright. Arcade Spirits was my first visual novel that I finished. I did actually start Dream Daddy, but I couldn't get into it. But then I played Arcade Spirits and I was hooked. So then I wanted more visual novels. I was once stuck on a transatlantic flight with a broken screen for me seeing two Dan Brown novels. Someone I was going to meet asked me to bring them. Tried to read past the first page several times and sat there for 8 hours looking at the broken screen. Oh, my dad loves Dan Brown novels. He and my sister both read them. Oh, that would have driven me crazy. Having nothing to do for 8 hours. It's ours now, too bad! Yeah, Dan Brown and Tom Clancy, those are the novels my dad likes to read the most. And he had a big collection of Star Trek novels.
Look
but he wasn't reading them, so we got rid of most of them. No, actually, I think we got rid of. I think there was one that I kept because I was like, "There's no way I'm letting you get rid of this one because it was really good." And then there were a couple others that I liked, and I found copies and bought those. So those are my personal copies. Okay, Spirits was my first BM. The new Challengers was the second, only Penny beats them for quality. Sitting there was painful, but less painful than having to read Dan Brown. That's fair. What are you doing over here? Ooh, there's massive shards of amorphous relic. I have actually been on a transatlantic flight. I got to go to Europe in 2005 for a school trip. And I'm pretty sure I either messed around on my phone or I made sure I had plenty to read. Books that I like.
Let's have a quick sit down to recover.
Sure, after we kill this guy.
Interrupt.
Oh, that's why you need to interrupt that. Ah! Rude. I've been buying some of the Star Trek novels on Kobo for 99p on the off chance I make my way through the massive boom backlog. Advantage of ebooks. Yeah, hang on. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. There. I'm using Stream Manager instead of to have a really big book collection. Well, kids had to get rid of it. Yeah. We still have some books, but we got rid of a good number of them. So we had several different bookcases of books, and now we only have one bookcase with books. But I personally have 2 bookcases of stuff. And I've actually been thinking about rereading one of the series that I have by Tamora Pierce because I've been thinking about it. It's been on my mind at work, and it's like, why don't I just read it? But of course, the book was at home, and I don't have the ebook version.
Give me a moment, champion.
I suppose I can do that for you, Bran. There. Yeah. And my mom ended up getting rid of her romance novel collection, most of it. I'm not quite sure, but variety of reasons. And I wish she'd warned me so I could have grabbed the ones that I really liked. I started reading them and then I got tired of the same story. The same general plot. But there were a few that really stood out to me. And unfortunately I don't always remember the names. They keep all the Terry Pratchett books. Good choice. I actually, I kind of want to get into Discworld, but I'm a little uncertain of where to start. I do have a copy of Good Omens. Though I understand the series is definitely different from the book.
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
Yeah, there are just some books you cannot get rid of. I was always, from a young age, I read a higher grade level than my actual grade level. Yeah, people talk about how they don't like to read, and I'm like, how? Oh, you need to get it signed by Neil Gaiman. That was so cool of your grandma. Definitely hang on to that.
Give me a moment, champion.
My poor pets. Yeah, I asked for a biography of Patrick Henry for Christmas one year, and my mom found a copy signed by the author on Amazon. And it's like, why would you sell that? Signed by the author and you're selling it. Why?
Found a bit of gold.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to mess up the version that's signed. Huh. Oops. Yeah, we had, my mom had, copies of The Secret Garden and A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And, The Secret Garden got very beat up. Was it the... Yeah, it was The Secret Garden that got beat up. I guess my sister really liked it. Woo, that's cool. Okay. We gotta keep going. One of the Discords I'm in does questions of the day. And the question for today is, what books are you saving to read on your holiday? And it's like, people wait to read books. So I mentioned that I was thinking of rereading the Circle series by Tamora Pierce. There's a sci-fi novel written by Asa Parker Asimov with the joke that unsigned copies are rare and therefore more expensive than people kept the signed ones in good condition. That's fair. My mom watches a guy on YouTube who buys houseloads of stuff and then sells it. And this one house that he went to, there was a bunch of first edition comics and in the barn, and the kids, I can't remember if they were grandkids or kids, they burned them because they didn't want to deal with them. And it's like, why? Even if you don't like comics, why? Those would have been those. Even if you didn't want to keep them, they would have sold for a lot of money. And they burned them. Sitting there. We show you no thanks.
Interrupt.
Okay. Do. Okay. Respawn point unlocked. Yay. Ah. Okay, there we go. Ah, fine, can't sell stuff. But I can repair stuff. Ignorant morons, you could probably hear me sigh from across the ocean right now. Yep, I thought I heard someone sighing. So. Nope. Okay.
That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on to it.
Almost there. Okay.
Watch your step.
Oh boy. Okay. Great.
AOE incoming.
Burn away!
champion.
Go with Weevil bot after collecting rewards. Oh, there it is. Freshly mined. Of course, Van is a miner. They're 23 minutes and 16.59 seconds. Okay, here we go. Do not take candle. Pocket factory.
Nice find!
That was a nice chunk of gold. That's an upgrade. Okay. The moment that Final Fantasy was playing there. Okay. Alright. I have thought about playing getting other Final Fantasy games besides FF14. But I don't know. I have the end battle music burned into my brain to point.
And we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
Play other JRPGs with the sound off. I hear the FF music in my head. Okay. Main drain restored.
Oh, I was just thinking.
Thanks, I'm sure it's easy to appreciate that. When we're done here, you can find them at the Shadow Van extraction site.
Keep your eyes open.
We've got another incursion.
Yes, yes.
And we need
You
some
keep saying that.
defenders. I know you're good at this.
Haha.
Have you met your quota? Keep me informed.
Okay. Oh, did I miss a step with the delve? Frick. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not it. That is. Frick. And now I'm lost. Frick. come back soon. Okay. Alright. Whoops, don't want to go that way. Frick! Now I'm completely lost. Nah. Need to look something up real quick. Okay. So apparently there's a console near where Dagran is. Okay. I think I missed a step when I did the delve. And I basically have to do it over again. No! Is there a way to go back in after you've completed it? Well, that's fantastic. I had to do it all over again. because I forgot to do something at the very end.
Do you intend
This is
to
annoying.
all day?
Okay. So I apologize if we're going through this again. Yeah. Because I missed a step in that very last room before the treasure room. So we have to do the whole thing over again. Not as long. Have fun with your in-laws. At least I know where I'm going.
Found a bit of gold! That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on.
This is annoying. It wasn't clear that there was something I needed to do.
I need a target.
Oh good, it looks like the healing potions will also heal my pet.
Oh, I need to rest after that one.
My cat wanted in. Well, at least I know for next time. For when I do these quests on steps.
I need a target.
wish there was an option like I finished still, but I missed a step. Can I just go back and do that step instead of having to do the whole thing over again? Well, that was interesting.
Grandpa. Interrupt. Why do you do this to us? Quack. Charging. Move. Frontal. Interrupt.
There we go, respawn point. There we go. Close to the end.
Frontal. Interrupt. Frontal.
That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on to it.
Okay, almost there. This is going much quicker.
Watch your step.
They'll never use it that move.
AOE incoming. Watch your step. AOE incoming.
Still got it.
Okay, where is the clogged string? Ah, I think this is it. There we go. Don't worry if you hear a dog barking. My sister came home, so her dogs are happy to see her. Okay, now we got it.
News. The drainage system is reading clear across the board. Have you considered a fulfilling role in sanitation? You wouldn't believe what happens in Ironforge during Brewfest.
Inventory is full. Can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
Nice find. Fantastic.
Okay. Now we can leave. I apologize for that. The joys of doing this blind. Right, this way.
We've got another incursion, and we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you. May your feet find good trails.
Hmm. I'm just testing to see if I like any of these other boots. problem is, the boots that I like that look like they go with it, I don't like the style of boots, but the colors go.
Good fortune to all friends of the Grummles.
Okay, now we can actually finish this stupid quest. Okay, I think, 11 minutes and 10 seconds compared to 23 minutes and 16 seconds, so definitely went through it quicker. There we go. So
Back in action. With my brains and your brawn, we're bringing this ancient facility back to life. I want to see everything.
wow, we look at it go. Just a fraction of SRS powder harnessed for its protection.
I'll contemplate what we talked about.
Shadow Vein extraction. I sent ZZ ahead to the Shadow Vein extraction site. From what they transmitted back, it looks like the area is swarming with rockworms and covered in this discharge. I gave them an upgrade while we were waiting for you. I don't know how effective it'll be in battle, but the results should be shocking for anyone that tries to threaten them. Meet up with ZZ0147 at the Shadow Vein extraction site.
I sent ZZ to check on the equipment in Shadow Vein. I'll join you after I finish some maintenance work here.
Okay. Okay. ZZ beeps in recognition and excitement. It seems like they're ready to get underway. ZZ is ready to help you get the Shadow Vein site up and running again. Get the Shadow Vein site up and running. Into the Vagrant's report.
Based on ZZ's initial findings, it looks like none of the crushers are receiving power. Check the nearby power substation and see if something's amiss.
My skinning for Below Within isn't that great, but there hasn't been many mobs to skin, to be honest. Oh, this is reassuring.
Power isn't reaching the main delivery conduit. Look around in the substation. You may need to reroute the power piping nearby.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
With these pipes and tatters, The water can't reach the boilers. If those valves are opened in the correct sequence, they should reroute the water to the working line. Power is on, spreading to machines and buildings all over the facility. Let's deal with those seized crushers next. Zizi's arc emitter should be able to help with those crushers.
Okay. That's a larva? Huh. Ah, okay. Okay. Moving on. Of course, got two of them. Well, because we had to do that double twice, I don't think we're gonna get as far as I wanted. I'll be happy if I just finish this section of this quest. There you go. Guess it wasn't close enough. Better use my kill shot ability and they're already dead. Oh, okay. Come out of the ground. Lovely. I mean, technically we're already underground, but you know what I mean. Massive worm steak. Ooh. ZZ whistles in relief. It seems they were not happy with the subpar maintenance standards here. ZZ's internals begin to hum softly as their projector reaches the appropriate operating temperature. Create the remaining creatures in the Shadow Vein cave.
You'll see a large cave at the north edge of the site. The final array of crushers is in there. Look for a master switch that controls them.
It's resetting. Ooh. Thank you, Torin player. Okay, this way. Let's see. There. Okay. Look at my thing. Wow. Okay. We need to go this way. Whoa. I figured that would be too easy. Get out of the fire, you idiots.
I need a target.
Okay. Let's go back. And this means Gigi is waiting outside. Oh, right there.
Well done, Outlander. We're back up and running. Now it's time for a little creative problem solving.
Gigi looks ready to head back to the Deep Forge Golem Works. Meet up with Prince and Dagger outside the Deep Forge Golem Works. No! Right away! I'm so lucky they did not interrupt me summoning my mount. There they are.
Conversation
Good, you're
initiated.
here. I hope you're ready, Justona.
May the deep
We're back and we're ready. It's sabotage. You and CZ0147 head in and cause some mayhem. Blow stuff up and make a mess that will draw them out of the manufacturing bay. I'll use the combination to sneak inside. Join me when you're able, when you should have a chance at reactivating the facility and driving them out. You don't need to defeat them all. Defeating the Dark Tree's leader supervising the Ounce operation should break the resolve. Dark Tree's lackeys will clear out when the coin stops flowing. Wreak havoc, gain access to the manufacturing bay, and restart the facility.
task resumed.
Real quick.
I have many lucky do's you like.
There we go.
Many farewells.
Okay, here we go. Time to wreak havoc. mayhem caused. Irritated salvager. There's that other player. For minion training. What the heck? Come on. Why are you not? Something's supposed to be going on, I think. There we go. Overworked cook. Really? 99%? You don't even know how little time I get for a break. Yes, I am absolutely skipping the other stuff and just doing the really super quick stuff. Typical goblin. I'll tell you what happens when you disturb my drinking time.
Directive?
I'll better get this power station up and running. Be warned that we may attract us some trouble once they see what we're up to. Let's do this.
If you have more.
I heard something. Very quiet, but I heard it.
Looks like you should have brought some bigger friends.
Guess what? We did. Now, ZZ. Facility reactivated. War golems are active and back in production.
Pack it up, team. I know when we're beaten.
Yay! Hooray!
Conversation.
We let Session go there for a bit, but if anyone could seize the victory out of this, I knew it would be you. Please return to the emissary in Dornagala and communicate our victory. Go with my thanks with the knowledge that the machine speakers are indebted to you. Again.
I will ensure your
The voice of the speakers. Please take word of our victory to Laria and Dornagal. I'm sure our allies will be pleased to hear that we can provide for the war effort.
May your cause hold true.
Okay. Hearthstone. Okay. This one. Sadly, we won't have time to do more.
You have found me.
What amazing news, Tasana. The war golems awaken and march against our enemies once again, just like in times past. Contribution to the cause of the machine speakers and to all of the earthen will not be forgotten.
We need to match the raw strength of Ansarek's ascended monstrosities. War golems give us a way to do that. Well done.
Okay, so it looks like we're basically doing something for each of the different factions, because the first questing was for the earthen on the surface, and then for the people working against the Nerubians, and then for the machine speakers, and then the next one it looks like will be for the Arathi down below. So looks like that's what we're doing. Okay, so that's it for today. Definitely don't have time to continue. So I do, but it's already past my time. Well, not quite. It's getting close to it. So next week we'll be doing back to Cataclysm Classic, and we'll actually be doing Cataclysm Zones. No more skipping stuff. I'll be doing the Cata Zones, and if the visual novels are ready, then I will be putting the War Within stuff on hold. I will not be skipping the Cata stuff because I want to get through the Cata stuff before the Mists of Pandaria Classic drops. Yeah, thank you all for coming. Make sure to drink water, eat food, stay cool if it's hot, stay warm if it's cold, take your meds, take the shower, just take self-care. Just take care of yourselves. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye!